on Thursday night, I talked about being proud of the group, proud of the team for our effort, but also not getting frustrated. Right? You have the tendency, the longer the score goes 0-0, start pushing, getting frustrated, openly frustrated, and all that does is lead to unwarranted negativity. And we didn't have any of that, and that's what I'm really proud of. From minute one in the second half, we pushed for the goal, a number of great opportunities to score. We didn't score, and then finally we had a breakthrough late. And then when we had the breakthrough, what do you see? You see guys going into the net, picking the ball up, starting again. And I think that's the mark of a mentally strong team, not being satisfied with 1-0, wanted to continue on and make more goals. I also credited Trinidad for their amazing effort, and I stand by that. I think they did a great job. Their coach was animated on the sideline, getting them going, and they really had a fighting spirit. Looking forward to this game. Completely different challenge, but again, an opportunity for our group. We talked about at the end of the game, we're only halfway there. So now we have another half of this 180-minute game. And we want to see it out in the right way. It's going to need intensity, it's going to need determination and teamwork. And we'll be ready, though, because it's an opportunity for us to go to semifinals of Nations League, to go to Copa America, and a overall great opportunity for this group. Thank you. You know, they're always good matches. You know, I remember, the 89 match, obviously, 2017. You know, I've been part of a couple in Hartford, Connecticut, where they had a really strong lineup and we got the 1-0 win. They had a really strong generation. They're replenishing that now. You can see some really quality young players. And, it's a historic matchup. And Trinidad has been around for a while, right? Has been competing at the highest level for a while. So we see this as a good test for our group. Yeah. No, it's not time to experiment. In terms of, we're focused on the result. We're focusing on the opportunities that we have in this match. And I think it would be, getting ahead of ourselves. We're just focused on what we're doing. Yeah, so what I said after the game is all we are is in a good position. And it's up to us to take advantage of that position. But we're nowhere near the end. A lot can happen in football. We've seen Colombia, Uruguay beating Argentina, Colombia beating Brazil. So you see there's a lot to play for.
We'll take questions virtually now and begin with Jonathan Tannewall from the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Jonathan.
You played the 4-2-2-2 in the first game. I'm sure it's a nice tool to have in your back pocket. And I wonder, with Weston out, how much does that change things and necessitate going to a different way of doing things?
Yeah, I think I have to be a little bit careful when I give numbers out and stuff, because sometimes it's taken literally. All we really did was drop one of the wingers in, one of the wingers played high. So it's very, very simple little tweak to our build-up. We've played a double pivot before, so it wasn't much of a difference. But for us, it's again, Jonathan, looking at our personnel. Who do we have that can best fit the needs of the game and what we're looking for in this match, and we'll base it on profile who we have, and then who do we have after that, because we know we're going to need to make some substitutes in this game, and as you've seen in the last game, the solutions made a big impact, and we want to carry that through to this match as well.
Next is Kyle Bond.
Thank you, Michael. Coach, appreciate your time. You talk about making some changes here in this game. How do you balance, hey, this is a competitive fixture, we're only halfway there to this goal, versus we're starting to lose a couple important guys to injury. Some guys have played a heavy club minutes for their club. What's the balance there?
Yeah, we're focused on the best possible lineup we can play. It's not about rotation at this point. It's about who can fit the roles that we need to win this game. Weston, obviously, out of necessity, will not be able to play. Other than that, we have everyone fit and available and to choose from.
Next is Doug McIntyre from Fox.
Thanks, Michael. Greg, I just wanted to ask about Weston's injury.
Yeah.
I've played till the end the other night. When did you discover it, and how serious is it?
All week we discovered it. There were some training sessions where, he's hobbling around, and it really took a lot for him to even play in this match. I had to go to him and have a private conversation to see his availability, and thankfully he was able to play at this match. But, sometimes, you push it to the limit, and something bad can happen. And this was a case where he was getting treatment all week. We saw him hindered in training. And after speaking to him, it was about recovery and getting this thing right and trying to nip it in the bud so that it doesn't linger for months and months.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
Last question comes from Andrew Jones.
Thanks, Michael, as always. Greg, we saw that Angus Eve and you complimenting him. He had Levy Garcia actually come off the bench and have you contained him well when he was on the field. Can you talk about how you felt you guys did the job against him, with how dangerous he is coming off, and how you have to deal with him again?
No, he's a quality player. No question about it. We've enjoyed watching him play at AK Athens. I spoke to him after the game, said how much I admire him as a player. I think he's quality. When this is decisions coaches have to make, whether you start a guy if you know he can't go 90, right, or you bring him on later in the game. And, unfortunate for them, they got the red card. And then it kind of changed his role. But we know he's a dangerous player. We're going to have to be aware of him. Very strong, good dribbler, good left foot, combining player. Can get the center backs on his back and still ride the challenges, counterattack player. So we got to be aware of him because he's going to be a factor in this match for sure.